Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Moore. Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you've just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
The Ducks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Moore to the air. Gonna take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore with the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Here's Mensa to throw. Makes the catch. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Mensah fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Moore will throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's second and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll go play action with Moore. Under fire. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. He'll pull it down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Unloads quickly. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Caught. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Nice move to pick up yardage. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing Moore. Got it behind the line. It's Davison. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. That's caught. It's hooked. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Dante Moore, pocket breaking down, and he never had a chance. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. Moore from the gun on third down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throwing, Mensah. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Complete to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
And the Canes right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Hurricanes. And they take it in for 6 more points. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Miami, 14, Oregon, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Stewart. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making...
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. 4th down, more. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And I don't know how to explain that one.